Loss prevention said that she's still making selections. They said that they'll stop them if they make the door. They're still inside. Do we have enough cars?
What officers do we have for that store for the stop?
Working their way towards the front doors. And she's compliant.
We'll put you in handcuffs for now, all right? Is that okay? My name is Jorge Mendoza. I'm a sergeant with North Precinct, and I'm responsible for the neighborhood response team at North. You guys can stand by over there until we get what the PC is, and hopefully we get a picture here. This is going to be the guy. We're doing a citywide retail theft mission all throughout Portland. We're working with different agencies and loss prevention with local retailers to try to curb some of the retail theft during this Black Friday and this weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Port day, new port time.
Here in North Precinct, we're working with the Port of Portland. Thanks for coming all the way out here.
Yeah, no problem.
We've worked with them before in the past. They recover a lot of stolen cars. They encounter some of the same people. So it's good to have that information and just the numbers. It's nice to have 4 or 5 of them, a couple sergeants. You know, it really helps us just in a safety aspect as well.
I did a Port one for y'all and then a Portland one for us.
Today it looks like we have approximately 25 people. So it's a large footprint that we have. And so we're able to tackle different areas at different times, such as Jansen Beach, Delta Park, and also Cascade Station to show a visible presence and deter crime, but also make arrests when we can and identify chronic shoplifters that are involved in retail theft. Hey, 3600, I guess Jerome from Burlington Coat Factory said he just had a lady take off with a full shopping cart. All right, hang up, Jerome, I'll be there. So what usually happens is a retailer calls and they see somebody concealing items. We kind of wait until we get information.
He's concealing more stuff on his person, so he's still inside. They've concealed like $100 worth of items on their person, and then they have like $300 worth of stuff in a cart that she assumes they're just going to walk out with.
Once the subject walks out, there's officers waiting outside the store to intercept and make that arrest.
Yep, the female's right outside the door, gray dress, knee-high, black boots. Male is not with her.
We received a report of a couple people concealing items from the Target. They decided to walk to the front of the store, pay for some items, but conceal others. One of the people walked out with the items and was arrested immediately. The second person was arrested inside because they helped conceal the items that were taken. Overall is about $300 worth of merchandise.
3403 after. And he's eluding.
3600, a couple cars from the mission. Can they head that way, please?
Speed is about 90.
So officers dedicated to this mission found a suspicious vehicle that they wanted to stop while we're doing this retail theft mission.
The driver's out, and now he's running.
Luckily, we had the air unit up, and they were able to track his movements, and officers contacted the subject, took him into custody.
Jiggle keys. Because when you're stealing a car, you know, you need something close to it just to get the ignition going.
Oh.
So there's that. Then there's the key that was pulled out of his pocket and started this thing up. So, yeah.
They did a routine check on the license plates that the vehicle had, and they came back stolen. I believe he's being charged with elude, reckless driving, and depending on what other things, possibly warrants.
We just took a guy to jail on shoplifting from the Freddy's.
In some instances, it does become kind of a hodgepodge of different crimes. We've recovered numerous guns. We've had people in stolen cars show up with no plates and be the getaway car so they can run in and run out with product. And there is some times where it's just as simple as somebody coming in stealing beer because they want to consume the alcoholic beverage. But a lot of the times it ends up being a lot more. They usually go and try to sell them somewhere or give them to somebody else for drugs or whatnot. Yeah, let me know how much this is.
Yep, we can, as soon as we get in here, we're going to ring it up.
During the holidays, retail theft sees a spike. We get more call volume for that kind of crime, thefts, car break-ins. I think a lot of the people that are out here shopping, and regular folk, including employees, they feel a lot safer and they feel better about us being in the area, and just kind of improves, you know, a sense of safety for everybody here. And we have heard from retailers that when we are running these missions, crime seems to dissipate and there's not a lot of thefts occurring or car break-ins, and everybody seems to be happy that we're there. So all in all, it's positive.